Introducing our biggest GMC Acadia ever. Offering bigger screens, bigger views, and even bigger journeys. Live your biggest life in the all-new GMC Acadia.
Mike Gardner, a host like no other, unscripted, unfiltered, raw. Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the Patriot Angle Podcast. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We got a big story to talk about, the Southwest Airlines cancellations. I know the mainstream media is not talking about it. They're not reporting on the facts. So here on the podcast, we're going to give you the facts. Also today, we're welcoming Collective Cole on the podcast here today, joining us on Tuesdays exclusively from her podcast, Collectively Cole Rants. She'll be on the podcast here on Tuesdays, so let's welcome her in. She's getting prepped up here. This is going to be a unique Tuesday, guys, because every single time we have Collective Cole on the podcast, it's via phone. So anyway, guys, let's tune her in. She's getting prepped up right now. She's got her headset on. I could see. And let's get the show started, guys. Hey, Nicole.
Hey.
So I just opened up the show now with this Southwest Airlines cancellation, leaving hundreds of travelers stranded in Hartsfield, Atlanta International Airport, and it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. They're basically blaming the canceled 1,800 flights on chaos, on bad weather. That was compounded by air traffic control panelmen working in the towers between the two airports. But I think we do know why the cancellations were. And it seems like the mainstream media is just not giving us the facts. As you know, or if you don't know, Southwest Airlines was the next set of big companies to implement implement the vaccines. Either take the jab or pretty much lose your job. And more than, I want to say, it says in the article, more than like 200 pilots pretty much walked off the job yesterday. And that's what was due to the cancellations.
Not for nothing, I don't blame them, number one. Number two, so many other, and it's funny that, the pilot is the main guy on the plane,
Yeah.
And, other airlines are looking for pilots. They're not worried about finding jobs because they'll find a job.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. And as well as I do, it has nothing to do with the weather because they fly in worse conditions.
Oh, yeah. 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 And, it's also impacting their stock. Anybody has stock with Southwest, the stock prices just went down. They're now reporting that the stock now has gone down more than 18% in the last 24 hours. Stock price.
So that's bound to happen. That's business.
Yeah. But, the canceled almost 2,000 flights has impacted the stock. I think the stock now is what is it, $58.70? Yeah. Yep. And it's impacting other airlines. American Airlines sitting at $20.13. United, $49.09. And Southwest, yeah, I just gave you the margin there. I mean, it's crazy, ain't it?
That's insane. It's absolutely it's insane.
Yeah.
But and what's so funny is that I don't know if you noticed this, but rental car prices have gone through the roof. Well, gee, I wonder why.
Really?
Now rental car prices are going to go even more through the roof. If you're canceling my flight, let's be honest. Georgia is a day and a half from Jersey. Okay, so if I was stuck in Georgia, I would be. I'm not waiting 2 days to get another flight. I'm gonna get no rental car and I'm gonna drive my ass home.
Yeah.
And that's it's causing inflation in other areas, which supply and demand. And I don't know if you've noticed, but rental car prices have gone through the freaking roof in the last 2 years.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's,
what typically was $36 a day is now $97 a day.
Yep. Just reporting out of what was this, Breitbart News, which is an excellent app. Anybody looking for conservative news, guys, download the Breitbart app. That's basically where I get all my content from, and a lot of facts. And they deliver the facts, folks. They deliver nothing but the truth. No fake news, none of that, that bullshit. And like Nicole just mentioned, prices are bound to go up. Just mentioned the rental prices coming out of Breitbart News that car rentals, an average, has gone up almost 25% in the last 3 months. Crazy.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Inflation, is real in this country, and it's creating so much havoc, so much damn havoc. It's unreal. I mean, how the hell is anybody going to survive?
Well, I guess we all know that's the point of all of this. They're doing this on purpose. As well as I do. Yep. This is their evil ass plan.
Yeah.
To make us codependent on the government for everything.
Oh yeah, that's.
So that way we follow through with their little lies.
Yep. Yeah, they're little, what I call it, fabrication lies. That their company, they spend hours of the day. These editors spend hours of the day to create these lies. To pretty much broadcast over their networks, and then mainly, and it's sad too, because a lot of people, average people, that's how they pretty much live their life, through the mainstream media.
People do it to themselves too. Think about it. Grass isn't always greener. You see somebody post a picture on Instagram or Facebook that their life is so happy and everything's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you know that person personally, their life ain't shit.
No.
So, people are doing what they're being shown how to do. Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly.
Mass media, fake news, people are posting fake shit.
Exactly here. Just want to plug in for the listeners here. This is coming out of ABC. Let's see how much fabrication this story is at the reporting on this Southwest delays and cancellations. You guys got to check this in here. Check this out, guys. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. About to plug in the video here. Here we go.
Cornell shows us growing frustration among passengers.
I checked the boards, and this morning there were more than 20 flights that were delayed. We did speak to a family that was on board one of those flights, and they say this is more than frustrating. For Joyce Lujan and her family, this trip to San Diego has been nothing but a nightmare. This family vacation was supposed to happen last year, but because of the pandemic, it was canceled. She rebooked it, and things were going as planned until the day of their scheduled departure from Colorado. And they were notified their flight was canceled.
And we tried to rebook, and couldn't rebook. Finally, I called the Southwest line, and I was on hold for 6 hours.
She finally got a new flight.
I wonder why. I wonder why she was on hold for 6 hours, and I wonder why she couldn't rebook.
Well, we all know the real reason.
Yeah. the reason why she was on hold for 6 hours is because there was probably no one there in the office or wherever they answer the phones for Southwest Airlines customer service, because those people probably walked off the job yesterday too. And the reason why they couldn't get a rebooking confirmation was probably because they didn't know when their pilots were going to return back to their workplace. I mean,
you know what though? You gotta feel sorry for families like that though. They busted their ass their entire year, entire 2 years. Now, see, mind you, I'm a single parent, so I know what it's like to pinch pennies in order to be able to enjoy the smaller things in life.
Yeah.
You know, you genuinely have to feel for that family that, you know, it was probably this amazing trip that they had planned. I don't know where, Disney, who knows. But think about it. They busted their ass to plan this trip. They planned it last year during the pandemic. So you don't know if it was a year or 2 years prior to that they were saving up for this trip. And then boom, you know, the pandemic happened. And then boom, their flight gets canceled. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardworking American getting shit on.
But you know what this is gonna cause, right? This is gonna spread to other airlines. You know.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is, just like the virus.
You know, that's what a mandate, you know, it gets you. You know, and like I've said in other.
It's a mandate. It's not a law.
Yeah, we
a mandate is not the law.
Yeah,
people are ignorant.
We you and I touched that on like last Tuesday, right? Between the difference between a mandate and a law. I mean, it's quite simple. I mean, you know, a mandate is nothing but a suggestion. I
hope they sue their employer.
You know, but you know that's all because of you know, Joe Manchin. You know he he has to listen to the puppet masters on what the puppet masters want him to do. You know.
Ironically, he was a puppet master and he didn't do shit as a puppet master. So explain that logic.
The logic I could explain, but half the people that, you know, that sometimes tune into this show are liberal and they won't understand. You know, they'll have to listen to the podcast episode like 5, 6, maybe 20 times before they finally get it.
That's the truth. That is the sad truth.
But you know, do I feel bad for Southwest Airlines? No, I don't feel bad for Southwest Airlines. The only part of that I feel bad for is the pilots, because they have to put up with the tyranny in their company. Southwest Airlines is one of the largest airlines in the United States, and you know, to implement a mandate in their own company, they're stupid. They did it to themselves.
Think about it. They're one of the largest, which means what? They have the most money, which means what? The people with money and power are doing this shit.
Yeah. And you know, all these pilots that literally walked off the job yesterday, you know, they're sick of the tyranny. They're sick of it. And you know, it's because of these vaccine mandates. These employees, Nicole, are standing up for their rights. You know?
Yeah, well, someone's got to. And these pilots, let's be honest, they all know that they can find a job elsewhere doing something else.
Yeah. I guess that the mainstream media had to make up some type of poison to inject in their broadcast yesterday on a lot of these networks. The poison was the weather. Yeah, they blame it on the weather. Oh, it was bad weather. It was ABC. It was CNN. It was MSNBC. It was the weather, huh? Because that's funny. Because if you look at the weather yesterday between those two states, was fine. Maybe a little, clouds in the sky. Nothing crazy. No tornadoes. No isolated thunderstorms. No reported tropical storms or hurricanes in the area. So where was the chaos in the weather of what, you know?
Hurricane Joe. Yeah,
Hurricane Joe. Yeah, that's Joe Manchin there in Washington, and that's what everybody's calling him, Joe Manchin. Let's go Brandon, right? Hashtag Let's go Brandon.
Yeah, random snowstorm, from Joe Biden himself.
Yeah.
Causing chaos at the airport.
Yeah. Biden's America, Nicole, is running like a not weld. Let me use that word, not weld oiled train. Basically a car wreck, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, clearly.
But
and here's the thing too. It was the weather. Other flights would have gotten canceled from other airlines.
Yeah.
And most of these people, what ended up happening to them probably, they end up hopping on another airline to get to their destination.
Yeah, that's true. But I want to get a new sponsor in the show before I forget. I got a new sponsor on the show, guys. The company Uber Eats. You know them, love them. They're a good company. I use Uber Eats from time to time. So guys, show your support and download Uber Eats. They're a good company. They have a promotion going on right now, guys. If you download the app as a new customer, you get your first up to $20 of an order, basically for free. I seen that and I was like, whoa. But that's only for new customers only. When the promotion ends is on me. But guys, download Uber Eats. It's a good company, and you'll love them. With that being said, guys, let's return back to the podcast here. I got Nicole from Collectively Cole Rant on the show today. Always a privilege to have her.
Love being here. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome. So we producer Josh and I can hear him on my headpiece talking to me. Yes, yes, Josh. We tuned into your rants the other day, and it was pretty good, actually. Pretty damn good. Pretty good.
Well, I appreciate the feedback. Now, it's probably on the self-care.
On the self-care?
My self-care rant. The air tire rant.
Oh yeah, you made like a double doozer of that rant. We heard it the one time, and then we heard another rant like it was like the day before, or the day prior to that. It was like
the damsel in distress.
Yeah,
with the air tire pressure.
Yeah, it was like a rant and a half. Yeah. But guys, we're gonna close it out here in a couple minutes. Yes, I know. Quick podcast episode. You gotta have the energy. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And I try to deliver here. Nicole can relate. I try to deliver like usually 5 days a week, but between the podcasting and my other line of work, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. But
it is rough.
Producer Josh laughing in the earpiece I have, my headpiece. It's rough. It's definitely it's definitely for the taking, But with that being said, we're gonna close it out here. Nicole, you got anything else before you want to depart here, or?
Just look at the facts in the big picture. And like your podcast, Patriot Angle, is all about, providing positive, the news in a positive manner as far as what's going on in this world. Like, take it for what it is. And open your freaking eyes. Like, really. Well, people need to open their eyes.
They definitely have to open their eyes. They have to pretty much welcome themselves into what you call reality sometimes, right? It's reality, I mean, it's, you gotta stop listening to fake news, for one. You have to just live your life, common sense. It was, like I said many times, was thrown out the window a long time ago, it seems, but
doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. No, it's I don't know where it's gone. It's got to be living in a cave somewhere, to be honest with you. But
in a cage. It's gone to the Atlantis. You got to scuba dive to find it.
Yeah, you gotta have 20 oxygen tanks just to get down to the cave there in the sea.
Or Or you got to go search the pyramids in Egypt, you know?
Yeah, the ancient Egypts. Yeah, maybe they're pyramids in ancient Egypt. Yeah, they're hiding there. But we want to plug in first before we close it out here, Nicole. That you need to understand that you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
It's network problems. I'm telling you, they're probably shadow banning us somehow. I don't know how, but it's through a private server. But anyway.
No, that was me. I was getting another call. It's all right.
Oh, okay. But anyways, I just want to say one thing before we close it out. That now on Tuesdays, you can catch Collective Cole on the podcast. We brought her over because we like her content. So that's a treat for all of us.
Excited to give you,
Yes, and we're
bold bluntness.
yeah, we're excited to have you on the show too. It's exciting. We get to kind of merge our own content into a show. And hopefully we can be on your show one time. That'd be kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to get on the Collective Cole Rants. I mean, it's a really really cool show. I mean, it's a unique show. I don't think there's a show like your show on Spotify, Apple, or Google. Which we're thrilled. We're thrilled to see your show on Spotify, Google, and Apple soon. I mean, we're
a show that started with me bitching about my boss. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Oh, God, right? Can you imagine? But with that being said, guys, we're gonna close it out. I'm Mike. This is Nicole.
Hi.
And we'll see you next Tuesday. But with that being said, guys, also check me out tomorrow as we're having 420 VIPs. As a guest on the show, you want to check out that show because those guys.
I'll be definitely listening to you guys.
Those two
tomorrow on my headphones hiding.
Yeah, those two guys are a fucking riot. I tell you, they are. They're the largest 420 vendor in the state of New Jersey, and you need to check that out. With that being said, guys, thank you for tuning into the show. Remember, you can catch me on Google, Apple, and Spotify, as well as Facebook. Now, a brand new home on Rumble. You gotta tune that in onto Rumble, and check us out. With that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.